in this situation, there's like a consolidation of power in one group of people with like and then we struggle to do our best to keep them accountable.
Yeah.
But is there a way? I think
Yeah.
is there value in talking about the conversation as power instead of like only money? And then is there a way that we could talk about like I guess like regular like is there a power that's not money in this context?
Good
That's the
point.
question I ask you.
That's an amazing
I
point.
would say that sorry, there definitely are more powers that are not money, but I will say money is one of the most powerful tools in the current economic system, right? Um, so and yeah, we can talk about it, but I don't know. I didn't plan that for like this
Okay,
conversation.
okay. I think I
So
have an
Yeah, it
like,
idea.
actually,
very much,
That's a very good point.
I
Like,
think
that's
that would
why
be more exciting.
right now still in a democratic systems we have the power to pass bills and we have the power to regulate stuff. So it doesn't matter how big you are. If we can bring you to the public arena right now, we are not living in a system in the 80s where just wait, give me 1 minute, Edward. So we're not living in a system where you can just do whatever you want and nobody will know about it. So in the past, if Rockefeller existed, if Rothschild and other billionaires existed who control literally 2-3% of the whole economy, contributed to the GDP, and they control the whole oil industry and everything, nobody would protest because most people don't even know. Nobody will know that Rockefeller is funding the General Education Board, he's funding the pharma industry, and he's controlling all this because those things we didn't have internet and information access and exposure to everybody. But right now we have that access, but it's still isolated because of the algorithmic bias. But still, if people knows about it and if we bring them to the public arena and if we then force our leaders, our representatives to call for action and pass the legislation, they can't do anything about it because we live in a system right now in our world where still people actually have the power. It just they are fighting over identity politics. They are not and it is mainly like mostly stuff that are mostly propagated by the algorithms. Like if you think about it, the Epstein's files and the healthcare systems in America and all over the world, and even in our country, in India, most of the times what people are fighting in news channels are not policies. They are fighting about identities, their ideologies, their beliefs, their stories. Oh, how can he say that? How did he do that? Oh, he's doing this for our culture. He's destroying this mosque to build a temple. He is destroying this temple to build a mosque. Or let's save this wall that was made 2,000 years ago. But if we kill 1,000 people, then it doesn't matter. Or if you are killing the lungs of the earth, the rainforest, no one is talking about it. But a 2,000-year-old broken wall, we have to protect that in Jerusalem. Like to kill 1,000 people is good enough. Yeah, so that is the problem. And if we want, we
Musa
can.
is dancing like the Trump.
Yeah.
A lot of things to do. A lot of,
You said the best thing.
Yeah. So yeah, Edward, now please go on. Yeah.
I was thinking of an answer or just a point I think where our individual power lies in the system is in our communities,
Yeah. Beautiful.
and that's where like, you really begin to consolidate power within your local community through like information and just like healing your community from the control or just creating power in your community. And
Yeah.
how
Can we join the discussion like this?
Like what?
Yeah.
like what?
yeah.
Like this camera of.
Put your camera off. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, you
you
can.
can if you want.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's not
Yes,
mandatory.
yes.
But if we can see people's face, it's much better
Yeah,
to
yeah.
communicate. Yeah.
Okay, okay. No, 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 no.
Option like
You will detect my. You will detect my.
feeling from here.
You will detect my face and my thoughts, and that's not what I want.
Oh, not. Okay,
Yes.
so
Okay, okay.
okay.
Anyways,
I think that's an amazing point. I think that's also the more fundamental point that Edward mentioned, and that's the next step. So how do we start about doing this? So right now, I think, as I said, we have internet access to information, but still we are in isolated environments. We algorithmic blocks and boxes that we have created. The algorithm has created our own bubble and cocoon. If I am an idiot, it will connect me with more 200 more idiots, and it will only tell me, okay, if I'm believing this stuff, it will only show me content that supports my beliefs, not tell me, okay, this is wrong. Or it will not give me exposure to the other side, other point. If I'm a left wing, it will only show me all the bad stuff about the right wing. If I'm a right wing, it will only show me about all the horrible stuff. So fear and anger, the extreme sides of the both sides, basically. So the extreme side of the all the religious ideologies, it will be shown to the other side, and that's how we will never talk with our communities, not talk with the people that doesn't look like us, talk like us, that has a different accent or ideology. So the first thing we need to do is to literally zoom out, man. Like, you are not a person living in Canada or California drinking a coffee, or in Bangladesh. You are a person that is on a piece of rock, floating on a space, literally revolving around the cosmos. You're not a big guy in a micro city that doesn't even, like, the world doesn't even care if it tomorrow goes vanishes. So, like, zoom out and realize that it, like, this algorithmic reality that you have is not the reality that we all have. Like, this shared experience of truth needs to be there. I think that's the main, like, what he meant by, I think, community, is that this shared experience of reality, that right now we don't have a one baseline shared experience of reality. Yeah, Edward, go on.
What I meant by community was your literal local community.
Yeah.
Yeah, like having a
Yeah,
system
that's all. Like,
in a
nobody
local
talks with
community.
our neighbors, talks with their neighbors. Everybody talks in, like, we are right now in multiple different parts of the world and different cities, and we are collaborating.
Ay,
Can you remember?
sorry.
So right now, how can we please remember, like, how often do we talk with our neighbors? How do you even know, like, who lives in your community? Most people doesn't know. They don't even talk. And that's why, like, when something happens, they are not talking with each other when they're choosing their representative. They're not talking with each other when they're bringing some policy or changes in the community. Like, unless it's a village, a very small village, nobody talks in a city. Or, like, it is so.
That's right.
Yeah.
This we are saying these all are wrong. Okay, these all are wrong. These all are wrong. Again and again, we are finding different points. We have to do that. We have to do this. But who do this? Who do that? And
Who
who is
will
doing
ring
that?
the bell? What? Bell the cat.
Yeah. So we don't have
We
real
will still
mates
fight.
actually who will actually do that and will actually take that actions. We are just, oh, we have to do that. We have to do this.
Yeah, I was pointing to that direction. Like I wanted to tell that, and you just made it there.
Yeah, we
But still,
actually
like,
see the dance like Trump. Oh, Trump is dancing, and Trump is giving more and more propagandas and making more tweets, and we just dance on it. Oh, nice.
Edward, you're awesome.
That is actually it, and we actually find more and more causes like oh, Elon Musk, oh, Peter Thiel, but we actually don't work on it. That who's going to build the cat and who's going to break the system actually. So we have to work and we have to take actions to break the system actually. Like we have to go from dollar to the gold currency, not any bitcoins or any digital currency. We have to come to it, the point, the main point. We have to come to gold for transactions. That is it.
Yeah.
If we can do that, we can change the world. That is it.
Yeah.
In clear answers.
Yeah.
But who is here will do transactions with me in gold? There's no one actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Even I wouldn't do this. how, how can we change the world actually?
Yeah.
Even in that case, they will keep fighting. Like that's inevitable from a physical law, like about the thermodynamical law.
By the way,
In terms of action,
oh, sorry for the interruption. Yeah, no, sorry for the interruption. But earlier, when I was talking about like Elon Musk and all that, I was not complete. Someone interrupted, and then the conversation changed. So I'm hurt now.
Okay,
Okay.
you should continue to complete that.
Okay, please.
Thank you. Okay, so it's not gonna be me. It's gonna be my Labubu talking this time. All right. So, firstly, there are countries, all right, which are very, very developed, all right, but they have low income inequality. This exists, all right. For an example of that would be the Netherlands. Then there's also Denmark. A lot of the Scandinavian countries. They are quite capitalistic in a lot of ways, but they do have government intervention. For example, providing free healthcare. Again, that helps people be productive. Providing free and good quality education, which I clearly never got. That also helps people be productive and not unemployed and illiterate like me. Then we also have, like the Nordic countries, they do this thing where they support small businesses, right? What does that do? That makes the market more competitive, right?
Yeah.
because now you can start a business, and and there's a lot of business, a lot of competition, and if there's a lot of competition, a lot of good products that people can get in cheaper price. You know what I mean? So these policies do help. All right. Now about Elon Musk. All right. Do you think, like, Deep was saying, how can you tell? How can you ask me to like give my money away? I worked hard for it. Again, do you think Elon Musk gave as much effort as a surgeon in 2000 years? I don't think so. I think Elon Musk got all that money because he can control where the money goes in his businesses, and he sends all the money to himself. How? How does he do that? By violating workers' rights, by paying them jack shit, as well as by bribing politicians so they don't tax him. Okay, but in Sweden, people with Elon Musk's net worth will get taxed 50% of their income. Elon Musk, if he was in Sweden, he would have to give $4 billion. Again, $4 billion is enough to remove world hunger for quite a few days. All right. So once again, I would say, I am also a democratic socialist, like Deep. All right, or am I a social democrat? I still don't know the difference between social democrat and democratic socialist. Sorry about that. I'm something. I follow Mamdaniism. All right, Zohar Mamdani, hottest man alive on the planet. Love him, bro. He got like universal child care or some shit.
Yeah, for 2 year olds.
Sorry.
Yeah, for 2 year olds. Yeah, that was amazing to see.
Yeah. So that is what we need. Bangladesh. That is what we. Fuck off, you bitch. Sorry. Also, it's double F, not double R. Learn some English.
Tariff.
Oh,
Tariff.
oh my God, I didn't know.
Tariff.
Okay, so yeah, I have a question for you. So now, just look at the innovation and growth. Do you see innovation and growth more in America or in Sweden?
Yeah, confusing question.
China. In China.
I would say personally,
China
it's not a fair Yeah, China wins. Yes, sorry. Yes, China wins. But okay, listen, it's not a fair competition. You know why? Firstly, America and Sweden have vastly different populations, right? Secondly, innovation. If you compare all of Europe and America, I think Europe can win. I think so. I'm not sure of like all of the like data. I think I need to search it up. But Europe does seem like a winnable thing. I mean, like Europe does seem to be winning against America in a lot of ways. So I would assume innovation as well. Also, Sweden, a lot less population, all right, a lot less resources than America. So it's not a fair comparison. And if you like, innovation is not the only thing. All right, it's not the only thing people should be caring about. We need if innovation and welfare cannot coexist, like in the extremes. Like if we have all innovation, then we have zero welfare, or if we have all welfare, then we have zero innovation. If that's the case, we need to find a compromise between the two. All right, I hope it makes sense.
Yeah.
So innovation, maybe America overtakes Sweden. Look at how healthy they are. Oh my God, I can never. With my lost leg, look, I don't even have one of the legs. Right, cut it off. Anyways, so as I was saying, healthcare and education, supporting small businesses, all these things are leading to Sweden having more human development index, having better living standards than America. Fuck yeah. Fuck no. Oh my God, I would hate to be American. Yeah, anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm going to give the mic
Yeah,
back to Rai.
she's actually right. In Global Innovation Index by WIPO, Sweden is generally considered to be more innovative than United States.
Did
They
you check
literally
it
did
out
the
right
race.
now? Did you check it right now?
Yeah.
Oh my shit.
I just found that.
Destroyed.
তার brain দেখেছো কোনোদিন? হ্যাঁ, তার brain, sorry,
Joshua,
bigger than
go to
yours.
the speaker section if you want. Raise your hand. Let me bring you to the speaker section.
I love how everyone's just ignoring. It's being funny.
Well,
Thank you guys.
you should continue. You should continue.
Okay.
I am here to support you.
I'm hearing everything.
Thank you.
It's just like we're
Thank you.
all trying to be cartoons here, like Labubu.
So,
Let me add
yeah, you know,
another
he
another point is that
has
yes,
a lot
I
of room
fully
to
agree with
apply.
you. I fully agree with
Sorry.
you. I hate oligarchs. I hate literally not because of he's not paying
Monopoly.
taxes, but because he's an hypocrite and he is a
Okay.
literally. I hate Trump. I hate all the social media company hates. Literally, I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I want them to be gone, and I want to
Elon
bring them
Musk.
down, like by taxing
But
them.
I love Google.
Oh my, Google is also
More.
monopolistic.
Sorry.
Oh my God, have you watched the Social Dilemma documentary I told you, Rakesh?
Yeah, but yet I love Google because whatever they're using our data in, they're like serving us. That's the real thing. Yeah,
Uh,
like we can't do without them for sure. Like my most favorite place is YouTube.
yeah,
So
Google is
Where
amazing.
did Edward?
Yeah, he's here. Oh, Rai should Musa. Yeah, it's a good name. Oh my God, Musa told Rai should create a channel with us. Econ lovable.
Whoa. Oh my god, did I hear that orange man just now? Oh my god.
Nobody knows it better than me. Nobody.
Oh my god.
someone's gonna come with a PMB
Eating
and
the dogs.
crush.
They're eating the dogs in Springfield. Sorry, that was a horrible Trump
Okay, please
impression.
now let's
Nobody knows it
let,
better
can
than me. Yeah, I think
yeah
now we should go to where we were.
can we
Where were we? I was
You
okay.
guys have an idea. Like,
can we go back
45 minutes already over.
can we go back to action
45 minutes almost.
a little bit? Can we go
okay,
back to
okay,
action?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the first thing we need to do is literally not fully get the fuck out of social media, but also being with our community, spending more time with in community activities with people, get to know
Yeah.
them, and
And
those people who
and for
really give you
you,
information.
I have a kind of uh, data here. Just I watched it in a shorts that in today's time, Gen Zs are like moving towards not using like. I'm not talking about today's times, meaning 2000 to 2025. It's very recent, maybe 2 years or 3 years. Gen Zs are moving towards physical activities more than social activities. Like, I mean, what? Social media activities.
If we want to take everyday action is first of all talk with our community and actually help people who disagree with you in exposing their information, not attacking them, not patronizing them, not telling that you are an idiot, you are a stupid, you need to learn more, you are a pig or whatever. Talk with them, and even if they are bad, even if they're arrogant, still find the common things. Like, you don't have to make them fall in love with you, you don't have to marry that person, you have to just get along and bring like the most important issues that your community is facing to to your representatives together whole as a whole. So when you do that in every places that we live, we need to start doing that. We need to have that kind of connections and communities, and we need to have an overall a voice that will represent the whole community's problems. And when we'll have that, then they will bring them to the Congress or to the respective parliaments or in everyone's countries, and then those people can actually bring about change. Because believe it or not, even if we think that the corporates, everybody controls the whole country, whole world, still we can bring them down, because for some reason, weird reason, they chose to look good, and that's the problem for them. Because right now Trump is trying to change that they don't want to even look good, they will just do everything openly, blindly. But yeah, in the old, yeah, wait a minute, in the old 2000 era, when the social media, the Silicon Valley boomed, like they had the idea of altruism, that we're gonna bring the most good with our technology, this trying to create technologies that will help people, and they want to maintain that image and to have the customers everywhere. They need to build up that and keep that image. So right now, like for example, the monopolistic systems that they have, like for example, you can think about it, like there is an FTC chairman. Do you know Lina Khan, the old ex FTC chairman in Federal Trade Commission in America? Lina Khan, she's now working with Mamdani. So Jon Stewart, the host of the Daily Show, one media house, they are amazing. So he wanted to bring Lina Khan to the Apple podcast to talk about the monopolistic policies that Apple's has in their system, in their ecosystem, in Apple Store, that the tax that they put for newcomers. Like, so he wanted to bring Lina Khan so that she could talk about all the monopolistic stuff Apple is doing and what they're doing to sue them. But Apple literally told Jon Stewart that you can't bring her. and you can't literally. If that's the kind of power, and when John Stewart made it public, then Apple had to back down. But if it was a normal guide, their voice wouldn't be heard people. But when everybody knew that Apple is doing that, then obviously Apple can't just shy away. They have to apologize because they want to still have that, maintain that, altruism and structure. So we can use that against their this image, like their dependency towards this being a good person, showing a good person, being them. So yeah, what is it, Nasir? Special edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joshua, you can come to the speaker section. Raise your hand, or if you want, you can stay in the audience. Yeah, right now, yeah, Edward, please. Yeah,
I'd love Joshua to come here. Like, he's an awesome mind.
What happened?
yeah. Edward, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wrote it down. Oh yeah. Would you think that
Caution.
we could develop a mental framework for engaging community in this like loving educational way?
Yeah, that'll be amazing. Yeah, yeah, we should do that. Like, yeah, from the discussion, we should create a framework so that everybody can have really a idea, a sense, like how to bring about these frameworks and bring communities together, so that they can have a common voice and bring that to having that system, so that they can start about creating those kind of communities. How to do it, how to bring people the commonalities and train people in that, so that they can learn how to focus on the more commonalities and what to focus on more. Because most people, what I seen, like in my case, when I've started to do those things, is that when I bring different kinds of people together, the first thing they talk about, that what are the differences, that's the main focus. And that's how human mind works. Like, that's evolutionary mind too, always making us aware of all the threats and all the so-called fires in our head, like all the things that are burning, the imaginary fire, and we use imaginary water then to put out that fire. Do you have any ideas for that? Like, the one, like creating a system
we
to
need that.
force people to come to the economic value of that community or conversation, like, so that they can see the actual benefit in physical means, not in just theoretical in the mind.
The very first thing that we all need to agree on, and like it's not a thing, it's a term, is that the system needs to change constantly. As you say, the China, they can change their policies constantly. It isn't about changing the parties constantly. It isn't about changing the country and doing wars constantly. It is about changing, keeping the policies flexible, because the innovation is happening so fast. So if we can agree on changing our policies and rules and regulations all the time, and keeping it always like perfect, like not missing our
But
works and jobs, like
it should not be something like in Bangladesh.
Okay, wait.
In-
One thing we should
in our country-
okay, please. One thing we should learn: when somebody is talking, we should always let that person finish. Okay.
Yeah.
that's not an issue.
Yeah.
No issues. So yeah, now any kind of rule we make, it has to be flexible, and we have to be responsible for changing that in the specific times.
Okay.
And this is the issue. Anyone just comes in the power and then they don't change anything. They just stays on the power. Like Apple, as you say, the example, they're not changing anything because they are already in the power. They're not liking to innovate things
Yeah.
unless someone beats them up.
Yeah. Or otherwise, they will just
Some sort of war.
collaborate and buy. Right now, they're collaborating with Gemini, so yeah, they have that power to stay relevant. They don't care. And okay, but changing the rules, as you said, changing the policies. China is a lucky accident. That's the problem. Like Singapore. Singapore had a good leader who was a dictator basically, but luckily Singapore has a good dictator, so it went to the right direction. But China also, Xi Jinping, the president, she is amazing in the sense, like, she luckily was harassed by the same communist party. His parents were obviously was harassed for a long time. He had to go through a lot of struggle because of that same communist government, and he went to the top of the party in the same system, and he kept that system, and now he's using it for good, because he saw firsthand what it can do and how worse it can be. And in China also, if it was a democratic system, they would not be this good right now, because it was a dictator, and dictator has his own problem. I mean, it's just a choice. Like, if the dictator wanted to decide, okay, we will not change policies, so what are we gonna do? We need democratic system, but the democratic system only will work in democracy. The one loophole,
What I can understand from here is that yeah, dictatorship is important, like very important, but the dictator should be someone who is enough experienced to see the change of like from starting to end, like the change of policies,
It's a
and
excellent.
someone who is like how can I say, a dictator will be out there, but the laws will be of ours. You can say like that.
Okay.
Democratic dictator.
No, Trump is a democratic
Democratic
not
dictator.
democratic dictator. But what I mean by we don't need. I'm not saying that we need dictators. I'm saying that one option is to have lucky dictators, lucky accidents that we can't control, and that is not a good option. But another option is to actually vote for the people, not because of the leader of those parties, because of the representative that you are voting for. So right now, if you are in a city or in a county, like you are not voting, should not vote for Trump or Harris or Biden or in our country, Jamaat leader or Tariq or whatever. You should vote for the people who is representing your city because he will run the city, not the leader of that party. And they can't use the picture of those leaders because they might be educated, but the people, the what do you call it, the chongumongu or the so what do you call it, like the servants or the goons of those parties, they are the people, they are the most majority of the people, and we have to focus on there that these people are actually going to run the party. And if like the thing is that if you're allowing your party members to use your picture to do whatever they want, and you're asking people to vote for them in the name of you, just like Modi is doing, like in the most of the MPs in India, like they are dumb as shit, and in Bangladesh also like dumb as shit, like they're not even qualified to run their own family, and they are running cities. So run them, I mean they're not even qualified to run themselves, like they are inequipped to even live their own life in a sustainable way. So they are running the cities. Why? Because the Modi and the parties, the structure is that they are not asking vote for themselves. They are asking vote for the prime minister, that give us vote so that if you want him, Modi, to be in power, or you give us vote if you want Trump to be in power. So whatever they are saying, that's not gonna affect you that much as it will gonna affect you for your local leader. So you have to be more selective on your local leader, choosing that local leader much more consciously and seriously. Like, do I know him? Who is he? What is he gonna do? Does he have a plan for us? And what is his background? Only if you agree in that, then you vote for him. And if there is no one, then build someone from your community. Bring everybody together. Talk with everybody. Create an environment that will have those kind of conversation. And then
Actually, that's not the problem. Actually, we have to grow a person or someone from the very beginning, like from the zero to the hero. Actually,
yeah,
and for that we need a good education system. We actually don't have any education system in the world which can literally educate someone and uh, a good education. We say there's actually no education, such a no education system which can make someone good. So we need a education system, and we need to build a education system to build a very well, and that's my point. So you can just like you like no one to vote. Okay, I will build someone, and when you will try to build someone, he will at first he will be good to you. Okay, I'm coming to the election. No, I am good, and after some time or after 3 to 5 years, you will see his actual face, and that's the point actually. Yeah, and
that's
if
why
you
it's
build
transparent.
someone from the zero, and
Exactly.
if you build someone from the zero, he will never actually betray you. Okay, that's a very low chance. So if we want to create a better world, we have at first we have to see the point on education system. Okay, we have to take this duty to build a better education system, and then we can do something. I hope so. And even if we try to educate the people like over 30 now, it's not possible actually. They have
Yeah.
got their education, they have got the neuroplasticity, we say. So as for the neuroplasticity, it's not anymore possible to change it. So I think
Guys, we ran out of time
possible.
a long time ago. Just saying.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, can you? Okay, I have heard this many
Deep, you're
times.
muted. Gadhe.
Uh, so yeah, I have heard this many times. This education, and can you elaborate a little bit? Can we just have 2 minutes, everybody, if everyone wants to contribute? What do we mean by a good education system? Basically, what is the, like, in terms of practical policy? Does any of you have any good insight on that? Like, what does it actually mean to have a good education system that will produce